actress is.
Exactly.
Personal experience. Yeah. Take a look at this. This is, am I saying that right, Elliot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Amanda, played by Lindsay Duncan. That's where they reunite. Here it is.
Give me one, for God's sake. I'm in such a rage. What are we to do?
I don't know.
Whose yacht is that?
The Duke of Westminster's, I expect it always is.
I wish I were on it.
I wish you were too.
There's no need to be nasty.
Yes, there is every need. I've never in my life felt a greater urge to be nasty.
And you've had some urges in your time, haven't you?
You start bickering with me, Amanda, I swear I will throw you over the edge.
Try it, that's all. Just try it.
You've upset everything, as usual.
I've upset everything. What about you?
Ever since the first moment that I was unlucky enough to set eyes on you, my life has been insupportable.
Oh, do shut up. There's no sense in going on like that.
Nothing's any use. There's no escape. Ever.
Don't be melodramatic.
Do you want a cocktail? There are two here.
There are two over here as well.
We'll have my two first.
Lindsay makes a difference. You just said she's good. You said she's wonderful. I said, does she make a difference for you? I mean, if you're there and there's someone who's...
Well, this play is about two duets. I mean, there are four major characters. There's no Elliot without an Amanda. There's no Amanda without an Elliot. It's like two halves of one coin.
Yeah, but I would assume that, back to what you said about technique, that timing is everything.
Everything.
You know?
But also living inside it. You know, these are very, very complicated sentences. You have to breathe them properly, but you've also got to believe what you're saying, and you have to pick up on the rhythms of your fellow actor. And these are two people who can't live together, but they can't live without each other, so you've got to feel this umbilical cord all the time.
You said something about the notion of the first responsibility of the actor is to give, you know, is to take the actor's, the writer's words and do something with them, ennoble them, make
trust
them. Trust them. See, writers must love you when you say that. Trust them.
Yeah, but the great writing tells you what to do. And also great writing frequently doesn't know what its possibilities are. When Lindsay and I did one play together before 12 years ago, which was Les Liaisons Dangereuses, and we did it here in New York as well. And in one of the run-throughs of it in London, after we'd been playing it in Stratford for a while, there was a break, and then we put it on again. And so we had a run-through, and Christopher Hampton, the author, was there, and at the end of it, Howard Davis, who also directed that, gave some notes, and then he said to Christopher, would you like to say anything, Christopher? And Christopher said, well, I'd just like to say how moved I am, because I had no idea I'd written half of that.
Wow.
And all we said, well, we're only saying what we see on the page. And the same is true with this. You know, people are saying, well, we didn't know that there was this depth in the play. We're not making it up. It's there if you look for it.
Yeah. The movies and all that business of Die Hard and all that. My guess it's made your life richer in more ways than one.
Financially, you mean?
Yeah, of course, financially, yeah. Yeah, but it also gave a certain interesting dimension to you. I mean, you were already recognized as a very good actor. You know, and here they come to you for that reason and others, whatever the movie makers and directors' mandate was or imperative was, but it's probably added dimension. It has people see you in a sort of different and more... You know.
I think, well, yes, I mean, obviously, because there's a worldwide audience.
Yeah, exactly.
But it also makes a difference in terms of your work on stage. It's taught me... I think I'm better at stage work because of film work.
Oh. How do you think that is? How do you
because you learn to trust your listening faculties. You know, it's very, when a camera is put onto the face of somebody who's truly listening, I think it's very interesting.
The face is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
and that happens in film because of the fact that that's the nature of the medium.
Well, you'll cut to somebody because you need a reaction, and that you need to see them receiving some information. And so I learned that, and about stillness and truthfulness.
Truthfulness, meaning that the face can't lie, or something more.
Yeah, I think, well, it's in close-up, that's the other thing. You know, on stage it's like you're always in a wide shot.
Exactly, I was thinking, yeah, right.
You always see.
And so you don't have to
head
worry about
foot.
response shot, you know, because people look at the whole thing.
Well, and so in any way, what I've discovered, having done a few years of film, is, and there are a few sequences in this play that I'm doing now where almost nothing seems to be happening. And there is one sequence in the play where there is actually 2 minutes of complete silence, because they have this game where if they're rowing, which they do rather a lot, one of them calls out this word solux, and it means that they now have to have 2 minutes of silence. And that actually takes place on stage. So there are 2 minutes when nobody says a thing. And you've got no option but to play it for real, and to hold 1,400 people's attention with silence.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, but film work gives you a little bit of courage to do that.
Why do you think they wanted you, other than good, you know, other than you were good at your craft?
On film?
Yeah. Did you have a certain look?
I think I was cheap.
If you're good and cheap, that's a great bonanza for them.
Yeah, and I was English, and I had been playing in Les Liaisons Dangereuses, and I think it had a kind of a quality that they needed for the film.
And how are you happy with all those experiences? Most of them.
Well, when I did Die Hard, because I had never ever made a film before, so I was a complete innocent, and so I just took my little rag bag of ideas.
Yeah, put it on film.
Put it on film, and John McTiernan, God bless him, tolerated me saying things, you know, taking my process to the film set. Yes, but what does this person think, and what kind of, you know, what do you have for breakfast, and what's his background?
No, you were saying all those things.
I'm saying all these things.
And he said,
like he cares, you know, he's just trying to get the but actually,
we may care about Bruce, but we don't care about you in this case.
But it was validated,
Yeah.
because between us, you know, we made it much more interesting.
I want to talk about Winter Gas Red. You directed it, but first, Sense and Sensibilities. I mean, that's what? What does that say? What about that? What would we say about that for you as an experience?
It was a very, very happy experience. Emma Thompson had written a really brilliant adaptation. It's so difficult to adapt a book like that, Jane Austen, to the screen, which is...
Emma Thompson wrote the adaptation?
Mm-hmm. And
the Emma Thompson we know as an actress?
Absolutely, and she's in Sense and Sensibility.
Yeah, I know.
She wrote the script, the screenplay, and she won an Oscar for that.
Ah.
So...
for her screenplay?
Uh-huh.
Roll tape, here it is.